Hi, this is Bryan Burnett from Before You Buy, and we're taking a look at a mobile camera, not dissimilar from the GoPro series, called the PaPaGo Extreme. Yeah, kind of a weird name. So what comes in the GoLife Extreme package is you get a mount for your handlebars if you wanted to do a bicycle or something like that, a USB charger and a plug-in kit, a sticky mount for mounting to your helmet or anything else that you would like to permanently have a mount attached to, and then the PaPaGo camera itself. It almost looks like a lipstick case or something. It's just a camera tube with two buttons at the end, and on the other end is the camera, but pretty basic. It has a power button and a record button. And it has built-in Wi-Fi for connecting to your phone, which you have to download the GoLife Extreme app, and it works both on Android and iOS. But that is what you will use to interface with the camera and change settings as needed. The PaPaGo comes in at around $200. It has an all-aluminum alloy body. It's shockproof, dustproof, and waterproof up to 1 meter. And that's all without having a plastic housing similar to the GoPro. It'll record at 1080 at 30 frames, 720 at 30 frames, and also 720 at 60 frames. So in front of the camera, it has a detachable lens protection cap. So if something hit it, you could always replace the cap pretty easily. And then you unscrew the back cap to access the HDMI, the USB port to charge the camera, and it also has a slot for a micro SD. Now, the instructions that come with the PaPaGo are pretty bare bones and basically just instruct you to download the app. The app itself is pretty straightforward. You go into your Wi-Fi settings and the PaPaGo comes up as a Wi-Fi hotspot. You connect to it, open the app, and it searches for the camera. You can preview what the camera sees, so that helps for mounting purposes. One downside is that you can't record while using the preview, which is a feature that the GoPros have included with their software. This is the only way that you can get to the settings is through the app, but it gives you a pretty simple view of what options you have available. And originally Padre was supposed to be doing this review, but he had a few problems getting his ego to fit inside of the helmet, so I ended up doing it myself. I mounted the 3 cameras to myself, and I looked like a spaceman. So as I flip back and forth between the audio on the Hero Black and the PaPaGo, you can tell that the Hero definitely sounds like it's inside of a plastic case, whereas the PaPaGo sounds a little bit more exposed, which it is. Now, what that meant in wind noise was that with the GoPro, you could hear the bike a little bit more, and with the PaPaGo, it was mostly just wind noise, and that's all you could hear from it. Doing a side-by-side comparison with the Hero 3 Black, obviously the Black is a much more expensive camera, and it's going to look better, but you can see that the dynamic range on the GoPro is a lot better. Things aren't as blown out, maybe a little too saturated. The PaPaGo also has a smaller sensor than the GoPro cameras. Whereas the Black has a 12 megapixel sensor, the PaPaGo has a 3.5. So definitely one of the reasons why the image isn't as good. You can definitely see the detail better in the image at the GoPro. Now the side-by-side comparison next to the Hero 2, the older edition of the GoPro, it's a little bit closer matched. You can see that the image still looks better on the Hero 2, a little bit more saturated and less blown out in certain situations. But the audio also on the Hero 2 is a lot noisier, and you get a lot more of the engine noise from the bike, whereas the PaPaGo, again, is just the wind noise. Now, the battery life on the PaPaGo was about 5 hours, so that was good enough for me to get a full day of riding recorded. And so it's a little bit better than the Hero Black, but it's about on par with the Hero 2 battery life when you're recording at 1080 at 30 frames per second. So pros and cons for the PaPaGo. Its form factor would be the main one. It's less conspicuous than having the GoPro on the side of your helmet, and its shape is makes it easier to mount to certain places. At around $200, the image obviously isn't as good as the top-of-line GoPro, but if you just wanted something to record your everyday events, like riding a bicycle or something like that, this would be a great choice. And also ease of use. It doesn't have as many options as the GoPros do, but if you just want something straightforward and simple, and you just want to record right away, then this is a good choice. Now the cons are the image quality obviously isn't as good as some of the higher end GoPros or even the older generation GoPro. Another con is that the PaPaGo doesn't come with as many mounts as the GoPro does, so you're kind of limited on where you want to use the camera. And the third con is the settings. There's not as many settings as on a GoPro, so if you really wanted to dial it in to do multi-camera or something like that, then you're definitely limited through these settings. Now for buy, try, or don't buy, the PaPaGo GoLife Extreme, I'd have to give it a buy, mostly because of its low price and ease of use. If this was an everyday camera that you just wanted to record your commute and not have to worry about it too much, then this is a great camera for that. But if you're a person who wants to make really good videos that look nearly professional, then you'd probably want to spend the extra money and get a GoPro. This has been Bryan Burnett from Before You Buy, reviewing the PaPaGo Extreme HD action camera.